got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, daylight lights, camera action. Living in a dream, now my music they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Felt like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never ain't right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. When I've been magic, with the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use up. Can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried, I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, this crazy, I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up, it look like I'm foreign cars, driving fast, I never done this before. Get drown out my problems, let me when I've been
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with the New York Giants. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40.
Here we go. The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10.
Hey, high 7. Yep. Go.
Operating from the gun, Jones. Oh, he's going to take a shot. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Giants. Darius Slayton, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. PAT up and good by Rosas, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Stafford and the Lions now have it first and 10, right at the 30. From the gun, here's Stafford. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hawkinson. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle is going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Let him know.
Throwing again. Stafford. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Hey, you got 3 down. Switch.
Throwing on 1st down. Jones. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Check three. Check 99.
Squeeze.
Check.
Ready?
Running it with the NFL's Offensive Rookie of the Year a season ago, Saquon Barkley. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. 10 yards, good for a giant 1st down. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here.
Hey, exit.
Not today.
Now Jones, operating from the gun. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker, and he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. After the interception, here's Stafford. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it.
Well, to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline. And now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones. This is Shepard on the catch. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. A lot of people thinking that this could be a good year for Sterling Shepard to step out of the shadows of Odell Beckham Jr. But a season ago, pretty good for Sterling Shepard. 66 receptions, 872 yards, and now hoping for a 1,000-yard campaign in 2019. Play clock down to 5, and they're going to burn a timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
Check safety. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. 4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. First down Lions on a pickup of 13.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to come...
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Detroit. Marvin Hall, 85 yards. As his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
All down, baby, let's go. Let's go.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you... And a big loss here as he's taken down. Devon Kennard, able to record his 5th sack of the season. Throwing on 2nd and long. Jones, and he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Devon Kennard, able to record his 5th sack of the season. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Escaping the pressure right. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That brings up 4th. Here's Riley Dixon now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Lions will take over. On the NFL scoreboard, an update from Los Angeles. And the Bengals out to the early advantage. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well.
It's caught at the 10. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Matthew Stafford, 2 touchdown passes in this first quarter. And the Lions have taken the lead. Prater for the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now Jones completes it to Hardman. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Hey.
Jones now. From the gun, he'll throw. Going for the deep. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Darius Slayton with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Rosas good with the extra point, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
These two teams all tied after one.
Let's go, D. 29 is Mike.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Stafford. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there that sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 46-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely, and that sack finally a first step in the right direction. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Throwing Jones. And his throw here's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Rock it.
Now Saquon Barkley. And an alley to run. And a pretty good run as he'll get this down close to a 1st at the Lions 36. That's something we saw over and over again in Barkley's rookie season. He had 91 catches last year, most ever by a rookie running back. Part of a fantastic rookie campaign that saw him go over 2,000 total yards.
Hey, box drop. Now.
Jones on 3rd and 2. That's complete to Slayton. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. It's a 1st down following a gain of 3.
And the Giants 1st down.
Ready?
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
All day, baby, all day. Whip. Watch the whip. Shit.
Look at me. Zip your pants.
They'll run with Barkley. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Here's Jones on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
And this one is right down Broadway. Remember, with Rosas, there was some speculation last year in the preseason that he might not hold on to his job with the Giants.
But he certainly answered the challenge, didn't he? 32 of 33 during the regular season, 97% that is, and was named to the NFC Pro Bowl team. And by the way, at 6'3", 234, he can bench press your kicker.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Stafford. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory? That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
To throw again on 2nd down. Stafford, and he'll find Hall. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Stafford looks to throw again. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach. Galladay's got it, and the Lions have a touchdown. Kenny Galladay, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Lions are going to jump back in front. Extra point good by Prater, and that will make this a 4-point game. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want a drive to end with a kick. Most of them want it to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive in with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. To throw again. Jones. Catch made by Slayton. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14.
First down, New York.
Talk about a big first half. Already has the 2 touchdowns, adding to his receiving total there and picking up the first down.
He's coming off the line so fast. I think he's intimidating the defensive backs with his explosiveness and is chipping away at their confidence.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. And now it's 2nd down.
Set, ready? 8, read.
Okay, just like that. Just
Hey, high 7.
Throwing again. Jones. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker, and his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half, and you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the gun, a run for Johnson. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive.
Mike 29. Ready?
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, what's the plan of attack here? Very late 2nd quarter, and look where the ball is.
Yeah, bad spot for you. But the defense has all 3 timeouts. So what you're telling your team is ball security number 1. It's not all on the running backs if you decide to run the football. That offensive line has got to protect them and wedge out some space because you can't just kneel. They take 3 timeouts. They're going to get the ball back in good field position with a chance to put points on the board. You got to try and get a first down and run out this first half.
Jones now 9 of 17 through the air. Not a great percentage, but it is 1st and 10. The throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Now Jones throwing again on 2nd and 10. Forced out to his left. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. Jones now operating from the gun. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Agnew now to return. A good return there, 17 yards. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 42-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
Got it.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Looking downfield for Jones. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by Dayon Buchanan. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That lead. Jones from the gun. He'll throw. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one good for 26 and a first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
Now they got to get to the 23 here on 3rd.
Hey, echo.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to clear you up. Don't get nervous.
Hey, 25 to Mike. We're going 25 to Mike.
Y'all not ready.
From the gun, Jones. And under the Lions' pressure. pressure. He's brought down. Romeo Okwara drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down. This quarterback now just 2 out of 6 since coming on, but he's got a 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a 1st.
Every team in the league always wants explosive plays, breakout plays, and even more so when it's your horse who's had a tough time during the game.
Yeah, not that great in the first half. Taking it right down Broadway. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kenny Galladay, 46 yards. And the Lions are able to extend their lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. From Soldier Field, meanwhile, in Chicago, a third-quarter score. The Chargers have just scored, so they've taken the lead in that ball game. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. This one is Slayton over the middle. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. It's caught, Shepard. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Jones now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. A 1st down carry for Barkley won't lead to much as he'll take this forward for maybe a yard. It's 2nd down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
SOS. Showing up. Shift. He's coming.
Again, it's Barkley. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Jones, operating from the gun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jared Davis drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. On the return, here's Agnew. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10.
Check. Recon, 132 fighter. Hey, box drop. Shoot.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 30. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants.
What you just saw there, first-round talent, second year, even more success. A pick six for a touchdown.
A great play. And it's tough for these guys, you've told me before, to adjust in the secondary as a first-year guy. So that sophomore season is big for them.
They really start to expand the playbook for them even more. Sometimes they dumb it down a little bit to make them comfortable year one. By year two, they should have all the nuances, and now they've adjusted to the speed of NFL play as well.
Showed right there. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. The passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead,
and he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of quarter number 3. Back now at Ford Field. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it. Check. Check. Check.
Protein spill. Hey, Charlie. Now.
Mike's foot in your face.
Now Jones, a big spot for the rookie from Duke. That is incomplete.
Jones pass. Thrown to the sideline and incomplete. It's third down and 2 yards to go.
The Giants on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Hey, Haywood. Secret.
Now Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. And Ingram hauls it in. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14.
First down.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. Here we go.
Ready?
Jones now. On first down, he'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Check 31. Check 31.
Back.
On second down now. Barkley, and this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play, and that's going to lead to a third down. Looking to throw, Jones, and it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Tracy Walker, and he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Looking to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defense coordinator says, we're going to call this be who you are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. Another try for Barkley. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Giants are once again going to retake the lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They give to Johnson going right. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Dayon Buchanan able to get him for a loss of about 3.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Ready?
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He'll get this one to Galladay. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th.
Let's go. 60-yard.
Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning.
Let's go.
And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll run it with Johnson. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down. I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle as a visiting team, as an underdog. You were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
A 3-yard loss on the play. It's 4th down.
Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down.
I smell fear now.
Hey, exit.
I smell fear now.
Hey, lock it.
He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
Sponge! No! Wide! Get wide! No!
Get it.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
Squeeze.
Get that ball! Check! Crunch! Check!
On 3rd down, Barkley. Room here to run. There he goes left side. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
The Lions take over.
Let's go, baby.
At their own 25-yard line.
On the ready.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. This quarterback now just 6 of 16 through the air, but he does have a 1st and 10 here. They're going to look to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect it. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it, and they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Giants, they close out this first half at a very solid 6-2, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Detroit, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they'll be off to Oakland next week for a date with the Raiders. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ladies and gentlemen,